I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. I'm searing the pork chops. They're really super thick. They're over, I'd say, an inch and a half thick. So I cut some of them down. I'll grab my tongs. I'm Laura, and welcome to Lifestylio. So I'm just searing these real quick. Let me grab a platter. Grab a platter. So I'm just going to sear them because in the crock pot they won't brown. So I'm just going to sear them really fast and let them cook all the way through in the crock pot. We're making cream of mushroom pork chops. Ree Drummond came up with this recipe, and I ran across it on Facebook, or not Facebook, but ran across it on Pinterest a while back, and I thought, gosh, that looks really, really good. So I've seasoned them with salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic. And then we'll make the mix it, the gravy together. This is a really, again, a super simple throw together meal. You can pre-prep it and just dump everything in and set it to start. There's lots of really good crock pots out there. I use the Ninja crock pot. I love all the settings in it. Frankly, I could sear the pork chops in there if I wanted to, but for the interest of a quick, I'm using a cast iron skillet, which I love. I swear by them. If you want to know how to season them and use them, let me know. I'd be happy to show you. Before I forget, I'm Laura, and welcome to Lifestylio. If you would like to follow me, subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell so you can be notified of anything new that's coming around. Right now I'm just doing a lot of cooking things, and we're going to be talking about hedgers. We ordered a hedger that I'll be reviewing, and beauty tips and scraps and shopping and all things fall. And we just have a lot of fun here. So if you would like and subscribe and share, that would really help me out a lot. So, gonna see, that's really pretty. Wish I had a Zoom-a-vision in here, but I don't. I'm doing this on my phone, so one day maybe I'll get really popular and have a camera person to help me. Oops, that one's not done yet. That's okay. Now you can see the searing on that one. See? Isn't that beautiful? So you wouldn't get that in a crock pot. I seared the seasoned side down first, just to sear all the seasonings in there. It makes the bite just that much more flavorful. Forgive me when I go off camera. I'm trying really hard to have all of my ingredients close by in my platters. I'm using tongs that I can't even remember where I got them, but they're a 3-piece set, and they have this slider thing. So when the slider's down, it doesn't open. So you can even do it to an extent to where you have some control. But for this purpose, I like to use them. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cut one of them in half. I used a butcher knife from, again, Cutco. So it has the serrated edges on the back. See? So Cutco just has some amazing knives. They're one of the most well-known knives. They're not king coated, they're not wood stock, but they're professional grade knives. So I wish I could get like an affiliate link because then I could make some money, but I'm just happy to share that we just really love our Cutco knives. Someday I'll tell you a story about them. They stand behind their guarantee. They will replace the knife Even if it's handed down, and yes, you can hand down the Cutco knives and Cutco will still stand behind them. And I have a story, a testimony to prove it. Anyway, I divert. So I have mushrooms, I have cream of mushroom soup, and that's 2 cans, and 2 cans of cream of chicken, some chicken stock, and we just let that kind of marry in the crock pot for 4 hours on high. Super simple. I could turn this way up, but then you couldn't hear me. So, as I said, I have the Ninja crock pot, and I love it, and it cooks evenly. I can't give you a review of anything bad. It has never failed me. So, and I like Ninja products. I have their blender. I had their bullet, but I wore it out. Make smoothies a lot. I've got so much going on that I don't have time to really take a huge amount of time to do anything. So I'm always looking for shortcuts. So these are almost done. I'm getting over a cold that I had like almost August 1st. I got this whopper of a whatever it was, cold, flu, give it a name. I was so sick on my birthday, August 4th. I didn't get up out of bed for 3 days. So I'm still getting rid of all of this stuff. So I'm not sick, I'm just healing. But you know what I found? If you ever end up with that this season, honey and tea really help break up all the junk in your chest. So that's my healthful tip for the day. Just based on experience. Did you know that honey won't go bad? You can reconstitute it. Even in the Egyptian tombs, they found honey, and they reconstituted it. It was just like it was jarred yesterday. So that's kind of neat. So they thought it was so important that they put it in the Pharaoh's tomb. If you watched my quick reel this morning, you'll know that I love learning something new every day. If you don't learn something new, then what was the point? I mean, to me, that's boring. I want to keep educating myself, keep my mind sharp, have something to talk about. You never know when that conversation is going to come up, right? Or you just invent a time for it to come up, like me talking about me. Okay. That one is, wow, that's going to take a long time. I almost should cut it in half. Let it cool down. That one. These are going to be so yummy. Last one. When I was young, you had to find staples to get by. In the late 60s, early 70s, every mother or father on the planet was always looking for a way to cut corners and spread the money around. There was a lot of nights where we had breakfast for dinner. Scrambled eggs, ham. My mom just stretched what we had. So, but pork chops weren't that expensive. They're still not. All these pork chops were $22. So you can't go wrong with pork chops. But we had pork chops, can of peaches, and cottage cheese. That was the meal. Couldn't stand peaches, still can't stand peaches. Cottage cheese I love, but not peaches. I've yet to find a way that I really enjoy them. Maybe if they were fresh off the tree, maybe I'd like them. I don't know. I just do not like peaches. Any way, shape, or form. I do not like peaches, Sam, I am. So let's get the Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got a clear glass bowl, and we're gonna start making the gravy for this. You can leave the mushrooms out if you want. We just happen to love mushrooms. You can even put an onion in there if you wanted to, like complement the onion powder. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, there's that one. I'm just taking the top off. These are so smart. Instead of having to wind the top off, you're camping and you forgot the can opener. What do? Yes, somebody got smart. As I get older, I'm losing strength in my hands. Now, if they came up with a way for people that are growing older to do this, it's like those safety caps. Don't get me started. Ooh. Yeah, here's one. Check on these. Keep them going. Okay, now we're going to make the gravy, and watch how simple this is. Not rocket science. You got to keep an eye on the pork chops. 1 can cream of chicken. 2 cans. Oh, by the way, yellow is the color today. I got these amazing aprons. And so yellow is the magic color of the day. So I even went and got some daisies, yellow daisies. I'll show you those in a bit. Now, another can. Now remember, this is going in a crock pot and it's going to sit and marinate. And another can. Looks awful going in, but tastes amazing when it's all married together. Now, you're not going to believe this, but ranch. And this is a great ranch to go to Costco, and they have it on the shelf most times. You want 1 packet's worth of ranch dressing in here. So I'm going to, that's about a packet's worth. I cook with love. You're going to learn that about me. I eyeball things. You always taste it and make sure that it tastes right. And I got a packet of Idaho potatoes to go with this. And I have a can of green beans. So, well-balanced meal. And you can repeat these. These make great leftovers. So thank you, Ree Drummond, for coming up with this really great idea. Tonight I'll write a blog about it and include the video and so forth, but I'm going to leave that in there. Alright. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Ooh, getting there. Alright. I'm going to turn on Right, so we're going to plug in the pressure cooker, and we're going to say that I want it for 4 hours. 4 hours power, and I want it on layered slow cooker high for 4 hours, and hit start. That simple. Not rocket science. Just gotta read and squint if you're getting older. But now that's heating up. So I'm gonna get these last pork chops out. It is 153, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Even if they hang out for a little longer, the crock pot will keep things warm. So that's the beauty of that. Stand up. Seared the bottom. It was more red than I wanted it. Okay, there, all right. You go there. From here. That in. You want to lay them as flat as you can just so the heat gets dispersed. Oh, I hope I have room. All right. I got these from the butcher, so they were really nice portions. All right, fine. I'm gonna lay these in here alternately. Hopefully, maybe not. Okay, fine. That way. Stay. I guess I'm gonna cook the other one on its own. I'll put it in some tin foil and wrap it because can't get them all in there flat. And this is the biggest crock pot they make. But these are really big pork chops. Now, I got a small container of mushrooms. It saves time. I know I could cut them on my own and save some money, but in the interest of time, you haven't noticed there's a theme going on here? I'm trying to help younger families have really healthy meals, but manage their time. And I like these baby Bellas. They have a nice flavor to them. Layer the gravy over the top. I want to make sure everything's covered. And then you grab the top and say good night now. Let it go. Just let it do its thing. You'll hear a beep or something to let you know, but like I said, it is just now almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time. So I'm gonna let that cool off, and then I take a scouring pad, a steel scouring pad. Looks like that. You can find them in hardware stores, grocery stores, whatever. And you take some rock salt and put it in there. Never, ever, ever use dishwashing soap in there. It'll ruin it. So you get some steel wool and you use the salt to get all the good stuff off. But I just had a thought. I can save it back and make gravy from it because it's got some really great goodness in it right now. So maybe I'll do that. Okay. If you need to thicken it, you can use some cornstarch if you want. A very little amount, put it, maybe a tablespoon in the bottom of the glass, and then put some water in there and just make a slurry out of it. And then put that in your gravy if you need to. This is gonna be so thick, I doubt if I'll need to do that. So anyway, I will take pictures when we're all done, and I will show you what it looked like at the end. so yummy. Got